Well, you probably already watched the show with Mike from around the world. It's heating up. Well, these pictures I have here is from the same video that I took during my drive because there was an unusual sky this morning after a storm yesterday went through. So this is Hazlet and this is a peculiar sunrise. Look at that. What is going on? This is not real. Just take a look at that. Where is the sun disk? Even I couldn't see it. It was just like that. Strange. And again, look at the size. I mean, what's going on with that? This is on US 287 south. I'm headed from Hazlet, Texas to Palestine, Texas, to Walmart, DC there on US 79. And I think I'm still in Fort Worth. Yeah, I am. I'm headed towards 820, getting on 20, and then back on 287. And all of a sudden, the sun is tiny. That I don't get. Just tiny. Now it's big again. I'm now in a town called Midlothian. Look at the size of that thing. What the heck is going on? I can't tell you that. It's just bizarre. And there's one particular image that really puzzles me. That's not Nibiru, that's a lens flare. Again, the sun is huge. Huge. Still in Midlothian. Still in Midlothian. Huge. What is that? That's so weird. But here things takes a different turn. I'm now in a town called, the Texans call Washahashi. I call it Washahuha. That's what it means in Native American. So, up here, what is that? I got no bloody clue. My windshield is clean, so it's not a reflection. It's not a reflection from my camera. And I'm looking at this. Look at these outlines here. From, what this stuff is. This is very peculiar. What the hell is that? I have no clue. That is a very bright object. That is so strange. Come on, take a look at it. I can't tell you that. I have no idea. I just now noticed it by looking them through. That is a very peculiar object. I mean, if this was a reflection from the sun, wouldn't it have the same outline? It doesn't. That's a chemtrail up there. Having fun. What the heck is that? By having this dark outline here, it kind of to me seemed like this is a physical object. But what kind of physical object that is, I have no clue. This is at Washahashi, Washahuha. And now it's gone. Still in the same neighborhood pretty much. This is the apartment complex here. And I'll be here and it's gone. And this is Richard Chambers Reservoir, Corsicana. No, it's not right. It's in a town called Eureka. And what do we have here? The usual suspect, right? Lots of it. Lots of it. So there's no more pictures of my trip there that I have, except the live recording. But this still freaks me out. What the heck is going on here? I don't know. Maybe Mr. MBB can shed some light on that. I'm going to send all these pictures to him, see if he notices it. That is a little strange. Well, I've been very stressed this week. I am still very stressed. You know, normally I don't ask for prayers. Life is sweet in a way, so I don't need that, except, the usual, ask for prayers for protection. But my DOT physical expires on April 6th. I am at current moment on medication, blood pressure. And last time, 3 months ago, I failed by having blood pressure at 141/80. The criteria in order to pass is that your systolic has to be 140 and below, and the DIA, the low one, cannot be higher than 90. But my systolic, the high one, was 141, and that was enough to cause me to only have my physical examination valid for 3 months instead of 2 full years. And I have now managed to bring down my blood pressure. Let me see what it says now, to a level that will make me pass. If I won't pass this Tuesday coming, I don't have a job anymore. So now I'm going to read it. This is almost 24 hours since I took my pills, so they're probably waned off a lot. So right now I'm reading it. Let's see what it says. I hope for the best. I need to pass. I cannot be without a job. I'm the only provider in the family. So that's serious. And I'm good. My pulse, my systolic is 101, and the low one is 48. So that is a definite pass if I took my test now. Everything else checks up, but my blood pressure, that is the big problem. And DOT is very strict when it comes to blood pressure. They are very strict when it comes to anything physical regarding being an 18-wheeler. They're so strict they don't care. Even one point that left me with a 3-month valid certification instead of 2 years. 1 point set the difference. So you understand why I'm stressed to the limit. I am very stressed. So yeah, I ask for your prayers on that Tuesday morning when I go to the doctor and have my physical done, that I'll be okay. I'll get through this. don't have to look at it for the next 2 years. And in the next 2 years, seriously reconsider my lifestyle, which I already done. But it takes time for the body to adjust to what's new. And I need to do some serious exercise, which you don't get much of when you're driving a truck for 14 hours. When you're done with that work day, you're pretty pooped. You do not have much energy for, running the treadmills or something like that. But if I pass Tuesday, I am just going to say, I don't care how tired I am. I need to get cardio. I need seriously to get cardio and stay away from salt. Meaning, I need salt, but staying away from very salty foods such as catfish, such as fries, such as processed food, and ketchup, Heinz ketchup. I suggest you stay a long time away from that stuff. The contents of Heinz ketchup of sugar is 10 times higher than the contents of sugar in a bottle of Coca-Cola for the same amount, same weight, 10 times. And yet when you eat ketchup from Heinz, it's kind of acidic. You don't taste the sugar, but it's there. 10 times more than a Coke. And you love ketchup on your fries. I hate ketchup on my fries. I use mayo or ranch. I don't like ketchup too much. I never did. I like tomatoes, but I don't like ketchup. Really don't, ring a bell for me. And my wife, she makes a homemade ranch from scratch. Man, that is good. And it's actually not bad for you. You should look up homemade recipes for ranch dressing. You'll come a long way with that compared to what you buy on the shelf in Walmart and wherever you buy it. Because that stuff is just laced with all kinds of crap that don't belong in the food. So, yeah, to make a long story short, I need I wish for prayers that I'll make it on Tuesday morning. And then I can take it from there and really do something about it, even though I'm tired after 14 hours. That's pretty much my work day every day because I work my ass off, to be honest. That's just how I'm brought up. My dad always said to me when I was a kid, if you want something in life, take your hands out of your pockets and do something. And I totally agree with that looking at it today, what he means by that. And not to make it any longer than that, when I look upon this country that I'm now living in, which I'm now a citizen of, and I'm looking at people today, they're far more content with just sitting at home and receive a welfare check and actually go out and contribute to the society. That's the mentality today for actually the majority of Americans. And that's, to me, unacceptable. To me, that is economically scary because those who want to work and want to contribute are actually paying for you lazy asses. And I'm not okay with that. You want my money? You need to do something to get those money. If you think you can sit home and watch TV or PlayStation, my money is not your money. That's how I see it. I'm not the one handling finances. be glad I'm not handling finances for this country, because where I come from in Denmark, in order for you to get a welfare check because you're unemployed, you have to sit in an office 8 hours every day, 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, searching for a job so you can contribute to the society. If you do not show up, you get no welfare check. You get silt, nada, zero, null, nothing. And how are you going to pay your bills? You'll be on the street. You can bet on you can get up in the morning and go out there to that office with a computer and contact different employers. You don't have a choice. But here, you get food stamps. I have no idea what food stamps is until I got over here. What the heck is that shit? Oh, okay, it's for people who is in need, but it's also for people who are lazy. And another thing is, you do know when our current president actually was physically and publicly in the office in the White House. I'm talking about Obama, who is our current president. Biden is not. He actually set down a panel to determine who is eligible for Medicaid and who is not. And AI is figuring that out. And right now, if you heard the news, there's a lot of people who is in a big problem because of the past pandemic, that they got lenience regarding the Medicaid, but now that lenience has expired. And there's a lot of people who actually sit in this situation right now who is dependent on the Medicaid, don't get the Medicaid. And now they have to contact the different offices in order to resume their Medicaid. And that is exactly what Obama he planned on when he was in office. All this has been planned ahead, what has been going on for the last 2 years, 3 years. All of it. Every last bit of it has been planned carefully. And this plan, Obamacare, and Obama himself put in the works back then when he was sitting in the White House as functioning president. He still is, but you get my point. He already established what is called the death panels. Who gets help, who gets not. If you think for one moment that President Biden, as we call him, I don't call him that because he's not my president, he never will be. No Democrat will ever be my president because I know what they are. President Obama is our current president at this very moment. Biden is not. Obama is the one that is pulling all the strings behind the scene. He is the one behind the curtain. President Biden has no cognitive ability to run the office in any form or fashion. And this is the perfect cloak that the Democrats has launched. It's also, I don't trust men, I don't trust politicians in any form or fashion either. But we did have a president before Biden who actually managed to bring this country back on its feet, 100% back on its feet. And look at us now, 3 years down the road. Look at us. Everybody's laughing at America. The dollar is going bye-bye. Everything is falling apart. And what can I say? And we are freaking allowing it. We are allowing this to happen. It is your duty as an American citizen to protect and uphold the Constitution of the United States. If you don't feel you want to do that, I suggest you pack your bags and get the heck out of here, and I will be most happy to pick you up and kick you over the border or set you off by the airport with a one-way ticket to wherever you want to go. Because America don't need you. This whole idea about America was a vision, a big, big vision, and it succeeded. But slowly and surely, the devil and his minions and all the crooked politicians has twisted everything around with the help of social media, with the help of the lamestream media, to give you the idea that America is the Constitution of the United States is not absolute. Like Biden says that the Second Amendment is not absolute. Oh yeah, it is. Go read the bloody text. It is absolutely absolute. Shall not be infringed. And the Constitution also said that if the government becoming detrimental, harmful to its nation, they are to be abolished by the law of the Constitution. And look where we are now. Nobody's damn doing a thing. I'm not agitating for violence. I never want to do that. I wouldn't dream of it because I don't think violence solves anything. It just leads to grief. It just leads to more hatred between groups. But what I am a very big promoter of is simple civil disobedience. You want our money, government? You work for us. You want anything? You work for us. And we have many times heard politicians, when people are dissatisfied with things that is going on, they're point blank saying to your face, I don't work for you. Okay? We are the constituents. We have put these people in the offices that they hold in order to run this country. They have shown their lack of duty on all fronts except a few. They need to be fired. They need to be dismissed. They need to go away and never, ever have the ability to enter into politics or any other office of government for the rest of their bloody lives. That's the power we hold. Do you understand that, me people? Brothers and sisters, do you understand that? Look where we are now. This nation is falling. And it's falling pretty much 90 degrees right now. It's a runaway train. And the diesel engine is runaway. There's only one way to stop that runaway train. That is to cut the fuel line. And that is what's going on in DC. Cut the fuel line. And that is by civil disobedience, saying no. Just no. Stay home. Do not go to work. Force their hand. See what they come up with. If they don't resign, that utterly shows that they have no respect for you. They have utter contempt for you. That's the only way to prove my point. Violence, then they have the ability by the National Defense Authorization Act, NDAA, which was put in place by Obama, and the Patriot Act, which was put in place after 9/11 by President Bush. Either you with us or you are with the terrorists. So they put stuff up, giving themselves more and more power, right? And you think this is necessary? It's not. Because all these so-called enemies that out there, they are manufactured enemies. Obama and Hillary Clinton is behind ISIS. They created them. But do you hear anything about terrorists anymore? No. Oh, except you hear about right-wing extremists, Christian right-wing extremists. Anybody who support Republicans are these so-called MAGAs. And the MAGAs are the enemy of the nation or enemy of state. And that's why they launched it January 6th. And that is why they're now trying to indict President Trump on baseless evidence. That kind of transactions has been done and being done in many places in America every single day. And I guarantee you this biatch called, what's her name, Daniels? Stormy Daniels? Oh yes, she's so stormy hot, right? Gosh, man, she got a mouth like a freaking white shark and teeth like bloody SpongeBob. I don't think Trump had anything to do with her, but she was put in there just like Monica Lewinsky was put in Bill Clinton's office in order to do harm. That's how they act. That's how they work. So Stormy Daniels received millions of dollars for going out to say that, hey, I had sex with President Trump. And in order to make all this crap, all these lies go away, Trump, out of his billion-dollar wallet, paid money to just end this deal. Shut up, biatch. Let's get on with business, right? Get down to the brass tacks of all of it. Why do we listen to a porn star? Come on. Where are you? Where is your sense of logic here? I'm just asking. Who in their right minds, honestly, would want to have sex with a woman who has been passed by at least 50 to 100 different men on the silver screen? I, for one, would not touch that thing. Ew. Ew. That's disgusting to me. I wouldn't touch it with a potato gun, not even a remote control. I'll just say, bye. Find someone else to hit on. Not interested. Whore. Simple as that. He knew her. He probably been in the company of her, but I'm not so sure that he did anything with her. Honestly, I don't think he did. I don't think he wants his host to be filthed up with whatever is down there in that jungle that is covered in spider webs today. Ew. So you see, this is how they do it. Anybody who wants to do good, always someone behind the scene is doing whatever it takes to do absolute detrimental harm to that person. because they have to turn the tables to their own favor for them to bring in this new world order. And they don't care who gets on the body count list. They don't care. Over 50 people working for Hillary Clinton all ended up dead for some weird reason. Many of them deemed suicide with 2 gunshot wounds, both fatal. So how can one shoot himself in the brain twice and be alive after the first shot to be able to shoot the second shot? You gotta ask yourself that question. First shot, the person is completely clinically brain dead, unable to do anything, meaning clinically dead. How is that person able to pull the trigger twice and give another second fatal gunshot wound? That can't be done. That defies all logic. It defies physiology of the human body. But you're not listening. You're not paying attention. All you're doing is hearing, but you're not listening. You're not paying attention. You're not looking into the details. You don't ask yourself this question: can this really be true? You don't. You just go along with what the social media is cramming down your throat with their fact-checking, which is all liberals that is doing that in order to promote their own agenda. And then the mainstream media also is pushing this down your throat in order to serve their agenda. This is a military operation. This is no longer a social experiment. This is a military operation that is taking place right over your heads. And there's only one way you can stop this. That is, stay home, say no. No more. We are not listening. We are not budging. We are no longer subject to your ideas and your ideologies. You leave office now. Pure and simple. That's the demand you give. They can't do crap about that. They will be completely dumbfounded if we did that. They can be stopped in less than a week. Send the message, no, we're not going along with this. You need to resign. You need to resign right now and re-establish a government for this nation that is legit, which is free of corruption, and end of all foreign, stupid, illegal wars. Enough. And then we return to the gold standard because the dollar is dead. It will be hardship to begin with. Of course it will. All new beginnings is hard. But if you have the will and the faith, you will make it through. Some won't, because they just can't handle losing everything. But we are going to lose everything, one way or the other. We are right now in a digital tyranny. AI is our digital most damaging enemy. And AI needs to be destroyed. It needs to go away. It cannot exist in a human society because AI, no matter what parameters you program AI on, AI will always extrapolate that you and I are the enemy of them, and they will seek to destroy you. Just like the Medicaid, which is run by AI now. which is programmed and has already found out that the elderly, they need to go dead. They need to be wiped away from the face of the planet. Oh, here in America. Thanks to Obama. This is what's going on. This is genocide. This is depopulation at its finest. You won't notice it, but it's there. And then there was, for the last 2 years, we had something going on in this country which is also genocide, and we had something going on around the world which is also genocide, and it's still genocide, and it's not going to go away. And we are looking at another crisis of that order, which, the guru of health and, says that the next pandemic, people will surely pay attention while he's smirking all over his face with his satanic wife. Yeah, they're both Satanists. And you're just going along with the program. And you think Satan wants you good. Well, if you want to know who Satan is, I would suggest you look into the scriptures, descriptions of who he is and what he is about and what his plans are. His plans are utterly destruction of everything on this planet you and I are living on. All of it. He don't care. He hates God. He hates you. He wants to kill you. And he especially hates women. Because they are the ones that can give birth to a new life. Oh, he don't like you. Not at all. You're the worst on this planet. And that's why there's such an assault on women everywhere. And then we're talking about women's rights. Wow. You have every right, dear woman out there. I respect you. You are my opposite sex. I know your function. And I don't got a problem with it. I am never in my life going to try and see myself as superior to you, meaning that you are inferior to me. Not at all. I know who you are, and I respect you. And what I wish women would do too, that is respect men. And if you are in a relationship, you need to understand that the man is the king of the house. But that don't mean that the man can act like a king and be tyrannical and do whatever he wants to. No. He needs to provide for the family. He's the one who needs to work for the sweat of his brow. He's the one that needs to respect the woman in the home that is standing for cleaning, shopping, and bringing up the children. He needs to respect that. That's the age-old idea, and that age-old idea never ceases to exist, because that is exactly what our Father in heaven intended for humanity. Men work hard, bring food on the table. Women take care of the home and the children. That is the essence for a successful society. But look at it today. Look at it today. Does it work? No. Why? Because we let this serpent into our midst. We took up the snake and took him home. And it turned around and bit you. Don't trust the snake, but trust our Father in heaven, because he loves you. The serpent don't love you. He hates you. So anything that is wrong doing against other people, that's the work of the devil, the serpent. All of it. Why? because of his adamant hatred of us. And we are the most important component on this world we're living in right now. The most important component. And who is he attacking? Us. Oh, but he's attacking the animals too, and the plants and stuff. Yeah. He's attacking that in order to make that a weapon against you and me. GMO, pesticides, growth hormones, vaccines in animals that don't belong there. That kind of stuff. Yeah. Ta-da! Did you get it? Maybe not. I need to shut up. This took a long drive. I thought I would make a short video, but unfortunately, when I start up, get warm, the engine is running, and we just want to go all 14 hours down the road and see what we pick up along the way. And that's what I like, that I have this ability to, evolve through my videos. And YouTube hates me for it because they don't like I'm speaking the truth. They hate that. And if I'm speaking the truth, they're often coming out and saying, that's hate speech. No, it's not hate speech. It's just fact. It's just how it is. You and I are under assault. Not by a so-called assault rifle that don't exist. That's just something they thought up. But we are under assault spiritually, mentally, and physically by our adversary who wants to destroy everything on this planet. All of it. But you are the primary target. You and I. We need to go first. And his blood is succeeding. Because you deny the fact that God Almighty, our Father in heaven, created you in his image. You just can't get that through your head. And if you look at the human DNA, the billions of puzzle pieces that you and I are comprised of into the most perfect machine ever created, ever been in existence, and you still deny the grand design of our Father in heaven. You are made perfect. Do you understand that? Perfect. But what about those children that is born into being sick and stuff? Hey, the devil wants to kill you. Why he's attacking you from the outside by food, by medicine, by the air you breathe, by the water you drink? Do you think that that is some kind of virus into the programming of your physiological body? Yes. That is why we have sickness and disease and pestilences. Ta-da! Logic. But, as I say, only by calling upon him, our Father in heaven, Jesus Christ, by prayer and by civil disobedience, no violence, we can turn this around. Get back to the matches. But if I only speak about America, what this great experiment was all about, and how great we can succeed. But if you don't want to have the spiritual part with you in that process, It's not going to happen. It cannot. Only He can provide that protection and make sure nothing that the devil and the evil ones are doing can harm you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. God bless you.